learners, welcome to TryWrite. Today we will learn about multi-threading basics. So reaching so far, and reaching so far we have learned various concepts and finally left with a mini project to go through what we have learned till now. So coming on to multi-threading basics, creating a multi-thread in Java is fundamental for building applications that perform multiple tasks currently, perform multiple tasks concurrently or currently. Let's know about thread. What is it? A thread is a lightweight subprocess, the smallest unit of processing. Multithreading in Java allows concurrent execution of two or more parts of the program for maximum utilization of CPU. For for an execution of program, there can be multitask. There can be multitask to be performed in that program. So if you need to perform one task at a time, it will take time. One task at a time at a time. Subsequently, we will provide all the tasks subsequently one after the other. It will be taking time. And if we perform all the tasks at the same time, then it will be much and more faster. Similarly, here in Java, the same thing follows. Multithreading in Java allows concurrent one after the other executions of two or more parts of the program for the maximum utilization of CPU. Now, for this, we will know that there are various executions and multithreading also that's the same thing. Execution of the same program, matlab more than one part of the program at the same time. Threading is actually execution of flow of program, execution of the program. Yeah. Now coming on to the yeah yeah. Here we'll learn about threads and its various uses and how it follows. We have suppose a flow program. Suppose we have we have created thread, a flow program in the beginning. That is a new thread that is shown by the new, and when we apply the start method to it, it will be coming in runnable form. It will be coming in runnable form, and when the run method is applied, it's coming in running form, and after to which there are so many tasks to be followed. That's a execution point from where comes many number of tasks. But here you can put an end of execution by after running. Either you can put an end of execution, or you can sleep or wait or sleep for that part of the program to be waiting for some time or for sleeping for some time. After that, it will come to the waiting list, and then after that waiting, it will come to that again. After that, likewise the end of execution, it will also come to the dead position. After that, yeah, the program will end after that. Here we will get to know that new new the new thread begins its life cycle in new state. It's a new state, yeah, a new state. It remains in its state until the program thread starts the thread. It will start after that. It remains in its position unconditioned until the program starts the thread. It is also referred as born thread. It is also referred as born thread or a new thread. Yeah. Now runnable. After the newly born thread, which is the new thread, so thread becomes runnable. After that, when we apply start method to it, it will go to the runnable state. A thread in state is considered to be executing in task. Yeah, a thread in this state is considered to be executing its task. Now waiting. Sometimes a thread transitions of the waiting thread. Sometimes a thread transitions to a waiting thread while the thread waits for another thread to perform task. Yeah, in waiting thread, it will it will be in that condition until the other threads are working. Until the other threads are working, it will be in that state only, and the thread transition back to the runnable state, and that thread will be coming back to this thread. This thread, it will be in waiting state until then unless other threads are working, and it will be again put to the runnable state only when the other thread signals that it has completed its working and it can start to flow. Yeah, similarly, now the thread waiting. A runnable thread can enter a timed waiting state for a specified interval of time. You will allow that thread to sleep or wait until for a specified interval of time for a specified time. A thread in this state transitions back to the runnable state when the time interval expires or ends, yeah, or when it uh, and when the event is waiting for occur, or when the event is waiting for occur. When this event is waiting for occur, this will be completed. Then other threads until and unless other threads are waiting. Yeah, when this will be when the waiting of this thread will be over, then only it can start to go in runnable state. Now terminated or dead, terminated or dead thread. A runnable thread enters the terminated or dead or state when it terminated or dead thread state where it completes its task or otherwise terminates. When the thread completes its task, when the thread will complete its task, it will come to the dead state or terminated state. Yeah, finally we have seen it here. And now let's go to the performing a task. Let's perform the task. Let's perform a task of printing numbers from 1 to 10 using a thread. Similarly, for this, let me show you a program for your very much easily clearance and how the execution will take place. Yeah, here. Yeah, here in Eclipse. Here in Eclipse. Like the thread state demo. This is a class named as thread state demo. Here, public static void main string asks this is the main line of Java program, but it throws but this will throws interrupted exceptions. It will throw interrupted exceptions. If the exceptions will occur, it will show interrupted exceptions. Though that's why it throws interrupted extends throws interrupted exception. Yeah. Now we will form a object of this thread. Thread. We are forming thread as object equals new thread and new worker thread. Yeah, new worker thread. Yeah, and demo thread. Yeah. Now we define this class with these variables as shown here. Initially the thread initially the thread is in new state and it has but not started. The thread after creation thread after when the thread is created here it will we will print when the thread is start after creation when the thread start after creation thread dot get state it's a new thread so it will get state and after applying start yeah when we will apply start thread dot start when we will apply start then it will come to the runnable form thread dot get state then we will apply thread dot get state runnable it will come to the after thread dot start it will come to the runnable state and when we want to sleep suppose if we want to make it sleep for 100 milliseconds or minus microseconds then we'll apply this sleep hundreds we will have to provide the time also so thread dot sleep will apply and will go for thread. It will go for waiting state. It will go for waiting state. Similarly, when the thread is sleeping, we will apply more time. If we for the thread to wait to finish. Yeah, thread dot sleep again we are applying 1000 3000 then it will then this then first time it will first time if you apply it will go for waiting thread will go to the sleeping state yeah it will go for waiting and after that if we apply the same sleep function it will be terminated after that it will be terminated when we apply this it again and similarly we will be forming other threads if other class which we will implement runnable means running of the program or running of the thread now when the thread will start will as we have applied here throws extra so throws can be done by try and catch block so we'll try so we will using apply try and thread dot get name thread dot is going to sleep thread dot current thread dot get name is going to sleep is going to it will print the message sleeps it will sleep and thread dot sleep we will apply thread dot sleep for 2000 to 2000 milliseconds and it will go for sleeping for 2 seconds yeah yeah after that we will apply the system dot out dot println to show the message yeah to show the message and the get name of that thread dot current thread get name yeah thread dot get name thread dot current thread dot get name yeah this function thread dot current thread dot get name. Now, for finally, if some exceptions are cached, then interrupted exceptions E, then interrupted exception E. E is a reference. E is the reference, and the interrupted exception E will be thrown. E will throw out of printer, and it will throw interrupted exceptions. Interrupted exceptions. When we will run this program, yeah. Now on running on the console, it will be very well easily seen on the console. Third is state after creation. It will come to the new state. Yeah, it will come to the new state. Yeah, in the beginning, it will come to the new step. And after the start method is applied, it will come to the runnable. And first time when the sleep is applied, it will go for waiting. And after that, again when it is applied again for 3000 seconds or somewhat, 3 milliseconds or somewhat, it will be terminated. After that, it will be terminated again. Now let's perform the task of printing numbers 1 to 10. Printing numbers 1 to 10 using a thread. Now let's perform the task of printing number 1 to 10 using the thread, using a thread. Now the printing numbers 1 to 10 using the thread. Yeah, yeah. Here we have performed the here we have created the program already, so we'll be going through it. Now the class name anything you can have it here. The number printer, which will extend thread, which will extend this thread, which will extend thread. Yeah, thread. And this is the run method here. Yeah, which in which we are applying for loop, and for loop. It will printing number of I for loop from beginning to end. All the numbers will be printed here. And try. This is for if there will be exercise, we will use this try and catch block. For try block, we will the sleep thread dot sleep. It will go for waiting in milliseconds for 500 milliseconds and then if it catches an exception, it will throw exception catches interrupted exception and reference E with reference E, and it will throw exception this exception. Yeah. Now when we will coming to the main program, we will be again creating the object of this number printer, and we will be printer dot start. We will again starting the thread, putting that in the runnable state, and when we will go for the execution of this program, we will very well see the output. Yeah, it's showing after every 500 milliseconds. It is printing the snip proceeding number only up till 10th number. Yeah, see very much easily, clearly visible everything. Yeah. So we knew that after the when a new thread is formed, it will go to the new state, new thread formation, and after that maybe we'll apply start. It will go to the runnable, and when runnable is applied to the when runnable is applied to the running, it will go to after that runnable, it will go to the running. Yeah, running. Yeah, see, after the when we will start, it will go to runnable, and when we will start run method again, it will in the beginning we will applying start method, then it will then we will be applying run method, and it will go to running state. After that, we can apply end of execution or sleep or wait. For the sleep or wait means waiting of the thread, or if we will apply that we will apply we will apply the sleep for second time, it was going for the dead, going to the termination state. Yeah, same thing here. So it's all we have done till now, and yeah, for this in this part of the program, in which we are running. Yeah, here. Yeah. Here. Thread, we can it was extending thread class. Yeah, we define a class and that extend thread. This will extend thread, and run method, we have studied that run method. When we will start the run method to the thread, it will go to the it will become a runnable thread, contains the code that the thread will execute printing numbers one. It will contain the code that will print numbers one from 1 to 10, and thread will go to the runnable state. And now thread dot sleep for 500, and after runnable try catch have thread dot sleep 500. It pauses for point 5 seconds. Yeah, we know that it pauses pauses the thread for point 0.5 seconds in between. For printing of every number in between both the numbers, there was a point 0.5 seconds, And when we apply start, when we apply starts where here, after that, after the in the beginning, when we apply start, when we apply start, when we apply start, when we apply start, begins the thread executions, calling the run method is initially. When we apply start, when we apply start here, when we stop apply, when we will apply start to this method, when we will apply start here, it will begin the thread, it will begin the thread will start and calling the thread, and after that run will be called, after that run will be called, calling the run method internally. This start will internally call the run method, this start will internally call the run method, because after start the we have to apply the uh, we have to, in the beginning we will apply start, after that it will be internally calling that run method to get the set to runnable form. So we are very much clear with it, all these things. We'll meet in next class. Thank you.